A Ripper Royal Commission, but there are problems. The stock market's response, what a beauty. And what do we need next? I'm Peter Switzer, I'm on my own. Paul Rickard is still skiing overseas. Hate the guy, and I'm mad about money. Well, let's look at the Royal Commission. It turned out to be, I guess, the perfect Royal Commission in many ways but one. The end result's going to be that we will have a better financial system. It'll be fairer and more honest. The banking executives and the chairmen of these boards and chairwomen, let's not be too sexist, they're going to have to actually know what's going on in their organisations. One of the things that really showed up in the Royal Commission is that all of the chair people really didn't know what was going on, or if they did, they were ignoring bad practices. So that's really good. But where Ken Hayne, the wonderful Justice Ken Hayne, has really come across as the hanging judge in charge of a kangaroo court is his attitude towards mortgage brokers. Now look, every group of workers, professionals, or whatever you want to call them, have their rogues. But there is nothing wrong with the idea that a mortgage broker can take you from a, say, 5% home loan with a bank and put you into a 4% home loan, where if you've got $1 million loan and you're on 5%, you get a 4%, you're basically going from a $50,000 interest bill to a $40,000 one. If as a consequence of someone saving me $10,000 a year, they happen to get a $1,500 a year commission from the bank, I don't care. I think most of us do not care how mortgage brokers are compensated, as long as they put us into lower interest rate loans and we pay less. That's a critically important point. And don't forget, people like John Simon and Mark Burris took on the banks many years ago, and as a consequence, we've been paying probably 2% lower interest rates as a consequence of it. Justice Hayne is a legal expert. He's not an economic or business expert, and that's why the politicians have to tweak his recommendations with regards to mortgage brokers. Now, the stock market's response, as I've been saying to you, one of the big problems with our market has been the Royal Commission black cloud hanging over bank share prices. Now, the Royal Commission, its revelations and recommendations are fair and sensible. The stock market had simply over-calculated the punishment factor that was coming down the pike. And that's why bank share prices have rebounded. It's the reason why our index is creeping up again. And I think it's fair enough. I think the level of correction is going to be good. As I say, I think we'll have a fairer and a better financial system as a consequence of the Royal Commission. But the bottom line is, stock markets, the professionals that drive stock markets, there's an old saying, they will sell the rumour and buy the fact, and that's exactly what they did. The rumour was the Royal Commission was going to really crush a lot of financial businesses, and they didn't do it. So as a consequence, share prices have rebounded, and I'm very happy. And finally, so what happens next? I said to you later last year that the problem for our stock market has been the Banking Royal Commission, APRA's slugging of banks and the lending restrictions that followed from it, the worry about the Fed raising interest rates too quickly. Well, those two factors are no longer a worry. So what's the final leg that needs to kick in to push our stock market up to where it should be? That's clearly going to be the Trump trade deal. Now, that's supposed to end sometime in February, and if Trump comes up with a deal that actually excites the stock market, we will see stocks and the overall stock market index climb up. And I do say, I do not believe, even though Donald Trump has his IQ issues at times, he's not a dope. And he knows he can't afford a stock market crash and a recession before he goes to the polls in November of next year. So I'm expecting over the course of February, rolling into the start of March, we see something that excites the stock market around Trump and his trade deal with China. And if that happens, I'll be very happy and I won't be mad about money. But at the moment, I'm Peter Switzer and I am mad about money.